Mushrooms, a fungi that's separate from plants and animals. Technically, they're not a vegetable, but they're often used and served as a vegetable in recipes. For Richard Grant of Llano, Texas, they're not just a tasty addition to the menu, they're a livelihood.
Enchanted Mushrooms is it's a micro farm where we cultivate currently about 6 different species of gourmet mushrooms.
Grant transitioned from an auto machinist, souping up vehicles and rebuilding cars, to helping folks rebuild their health through mushrooms.
Some of these are tougher to get off than others.
So, in this climate controlled trailer in his backyard, he grows these culinary delicacies. Research shows that mushrooms may fight cell damage because they're rich in antioxidants. They improve brain function and support bone health.
Yeah, so a lot of these mushrooms that we cultivate are gourmet mushrooms as well as medicinal mushrooms. One of which is one of the most popular is the lion's mane mushroom. And it has been found to regenerate the myelin sheath. It's kind of like the insulator, if you will, of the nervous system. And I got our snow oysters, our black king oysters, our blue oysters, chestnuts, and our lion's mane in here.
Grant grows these varieties for Llano County area restaurants and farmers markets, as well as for his medicinal tinctures. He says growing a consistent product is one of the biggest challenges.
Anyone can grow mushrooms. It's not that tough, but with us, consistently, and you have all the variables and all the parameters, and then not to mention you've got these restaurants. They're making a living. These cooks, these chefs, these waiters, they're all making a living. They're taking our product and they're putting it into their menu, and they're deciding to count on us and put their livelihood on us. So it's very, very critical and very important that we are consistent with what we are doing here, just for that simple reason.
But Grant's mushroom mission goes beyond the menu. He has developed a way to use the bioproduct, the leftovers once the shrooms are harvested, into a fertilizer for those wanting to improve soil health.
So we cultivate the mushrooms, then we have our feedstock, and we'll take those and we mix them with an organic nitrogen source. We use chicken manure because it's very, very hot. We're giving these microbes everything they need, the optimal environment for them to do what they're there to do, to get the work done that they're there to do. It's just very rich. It's rich in humic acids. It's rich in beneficial bacteria. There's a lot of talk about bacteria and how critical that is into soil. And this stuff is just very, very full and lush with it. The way you know good quality compost is when it's still moist and it's wet, and you squeeze it and it smears and it doesn't stink. It smells earthy. That's good compost.
After a couple of months in the barrels, it's time to make a compost tea, which can then be spread to farm fields and pastures, creating a healthier growing environment, helping other farmers and ranchers get the most out of their land.
And the nutrients available to the plant are just going to be so much more concentrated. So you're going to get way more nutrient dense hay, therefore you're going to get way more nutrient dense cattle, and then you're going to get way more nutrient dense people and healthy people. So it's a full cycle, and we believe it begins at the soil.
While mushrooms may be a unique segment of agriculture, they're proving to be not just a star on the dinner plate, but a real weapon when it comes to improving the soil and our overall health. It's one of the main reasons Grant decided to become a mushroom farmer.
One of my passions has always been to heal people. Since I was a young boy, I've always just had that urge to heal people. And this is a way that we saw that we could do that and make a living at the same time through the well-being, if you will, of mushrooms.
I'm Tammy Arender for Texas Agriculture Matters.